What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of the new Amazon original film, Radioactive. This film, of course, is directed by Marjane Satrapi. Before we begin, please hit that subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next, and comment below on any video that you watch, including this one. So the movie Radioactive tells the story of Marie Curie, or Madame Curie. This character is played by, of course, Rosamund and Pike in this movie. And Marie Curie, with her husband Pierre Curie, were very famous physicists and very famous chemists. They actually isolated atoms and isotopes and stuff like that into basically discovering two forms of radiation, which were palladium and radium. And they end up winning Nobel Prize awards for this. And in the process, they created something that was extremely helpful in the medical and science field, as well as very dangerous in the hydrogen atom bomb situation. And it's a person that is well respected in the science community. They have a science center, like school based from her, career. And she is just very famous what she did. She's very, very important in the aspects of history. And so this movie, which is directed by the director of Persepolis, is a movie that I was really kind of interested in looking forward to when I saw the trailer, because Persepolis is a very powerful war film, a very powerful film about a young girl in a situation where she's very helpless and having to deal with, the atrocities of that situation. So when you have Rosamund Pike in a movie as well, I'm also excited. But this movie is interesting because it is a movie that has to do a lot in 2 hours. And the bad thing about that is it leaves out a lot of material about this woman's life, about her career. It does the best it can. It does, everything in its power to do the best it can, but it just feels so quick and so fast paced. So much is missing that this movie could literally have been a 3 or 4 episode miniseries or even a TV series. And it just feels kind of sad to watch a movie like this, because you want to root for a movie like this to show everything about this woman, how good she was at what she does, how powerful she was, how strong-willed she was. And you get that, but you don't get enough of it. And that's what it just makes it so infuriating to watch a movie like this. When I watched the movie Tolkien last year, I felt that did it justice, because Tolkien life was more condensed to his wife, his kid, to the eventual writing of the Lord of the Rings. But here she is doing so much to push forward the thing of science that it just becomes like a muddled mess. And it doesn't help in the fact that Rosamund Pike, who's a fantastic actress, look at Gone Girl and A Private War, seems so strange and over the top. She seems like so out of place in this movie. Like, she doesn't fit as this character, Marie Curie. I don't know if Marie Curie was just that's how she was in real life, but it just feels like, when we're presented with her character, it just feels so strange and overwrought and just kind of weird. Her husband in this movie, who is played by Sam Riley, who plays Pierre Curie, I think does much more of an admirable job in this movie. I think he's much more interesting to watch. I think he does a much more interesting take on this character, but even him can't hold up the material that is being presented here. When you're looking at a woman like this, you have to give her breathing room, you have to give her breathability, you have to give her something, and it just doesn't work here. And I don't blame the director for trying with this film, because like I said, if you've seen The Voices with Ryan Reynolds, this is a fantastic film, but at least this film is shot beautifully. At least there are points in this movie where you really do feel the effects of how radiation really changed history and how it affected the family, because her and her husband were affected by radiation. Remember, when it comes to the discovery of something, it takes many, many years to realize the ramifications of dealing with that particular thing. So they're constantly enveloping themselves in radiation, therefore they got sick and died of radiation sickness and stuff like that. But you don't really see as much as that as you really want to. It just feels like so fast paced and so quick paced, and it's just doing so much that the coughing that you see in the movie, and her eventual having babies and kids and stuff like that, and just there are points in this movie where we see them at the Nobel Prize in Stockholm, Sweden, and then they show like the effects of their discovery, and it's very downtrodden, it's very sad and depressing, because you see like the little boy, you see Chernobyl and stuff like that, but where are the good things that happen out of this? You don't see any of that, and that's another problem. You got to see that kind of stuff too. And then, we get to the eventual end of this movie where we find out how she kind of helped a lot of people in World War I, a lot of the men that served over there. But like I said, it's just there's just so much going on in this movie. It really feels just so it feels like you're running a race and you're just seeing everything blur by quickly. It just, I don't know. It's a very strange movie to kind of crap on, but it's just a movie that tries so much with so little time to work with, and that's such a shame. And I will give this movie credit. This movie's look is gorgeous. You can really tell that Satrapi has a good eye of camera work, because you really get the sense that this movie is about the flashback of her life. Maybe that's why this movie is a movie, because when this movie starts, it's the very end of her life. She's seen, it almost feels like you're flashing back with her to see kind of her life progression. And when you get to that stuff, everything is dreamlike. It's very it feels like there's a lot of filters over the camera lenses and stuff like that. There's a lot of like greens and blues and oranges and stuff like that. The greens, I'm definitely assuming, represent like the radiation and stuff like that. And there's also points where like the lenses and stuff like that will be completely out of focus on the sides and then focus straight on the characters ahead. Like you're looking at the last few moments of your life just straight ahead and everything's out of focus. So it does feel gorgeous. This is a movie that, like, if it was shot as a TV show, I would like it to see it like this, because it really feels like a whole production. But other than that, you got the music, which is pretty good. The acting in this movie is pretty good. Like I said, outside of Rosamund Pike, who does feel a little hampered and stuff like that. But overall, this movie is a movie that does try to be interesting, but it just falls flat on the simple fact of it's doing too much with so little. So, I mean, it is what it is. It still at least was trying, and it's gonna be on Amazon Prime on July 24th, so definitely check it out if you're interested. So that's my take on, of course, Radioactive. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this movie when you watch it, or if you decide to watch it, what you find interesting, all that good stuff. But otherwise, if you like this video, cool, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hey, it is what it is. Also, subscribe to my channel, which is Movie Emporium, and notification about the top to find out what's coming next. But otherwise, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for checking out Movie Emporium. I really appreciate it. If you want to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button and the bell at the top. Find out what's coming next for Movie Emporium. Also, check out these two videos. They're amazing. I think they're awesome. I think you'll enjoy them too. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.